Hey guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you are good and doing well. So, in the last lecture, we allowed user to apply on a job and we implemented the create action in the applied jobs controller. So, here you can see that we did this part. Okay, now what we need to do in this lecture that whenever a company change the status of the applied job, for example, let's go to the job page. So, this was the job, okay, where user applied, and now let's say if we edit this job status. Right now this is in the active status. Now if we select the status either inactive, draft or closed, then it must be set to inactive and it is not be visible to the users. Okay, so the job seeker users cannot take any action on that, but in that case we need to send a notification email to those users that this job is now no longer active, so you cannot take any further action on it. Okay, so what we need to do here that we need to send an email notification to the user. Okay, so first go to the code, and in the notification mailer we need to implement a action here, and the application is like when a applied job status change. Okay, so we need to create an action. So here what we can do, when a when an applied job status changed. Okay, so we need the user here and the job object because we are not removing it from the list. Okay, so user and job, and then we can simply copy this line, sorry, we can simply copy this code with some change subject. Okay, so paste it here, and that the status job status changed on job title. Okay, so now we can send the email to the user with this job. Okay, but first we need to do something in the jobs controller. Okay, so we will only send status if the job status set to active or inactive, draft or closed. Okay, so in the job model here you can see that we created that active. So here what we will do, we will create another action that inactive for job seekers. Okay, and when it will be inactive for job seekers, when either status is not equal to active. Okay, that means that either the status is draft, inactive or closed. Okay, that means it is inactive for the job seekers. Okay, so here we will use this method. So go to the company jobs controller, and in this job controller what we will do here, like here you can see that if at the rate job dot inactive for job seekers. Okay, then we will do something here. So what we need to do here, that we need to find the list of users who has applied on this job. Okay, and this is a very complex part. So what how we can do that, so let's say users equal to, so first we need to find the user. So now we need to perform the join. So at the rate job dot applied jobs, applied users. Okay, so here you can see that it is very easy to find all the users associated with the job because of this association, which is the intermediate model between user and job. Okay, here what we need to do, that we need to perform job dot applied jobs. Now we need to perform joins between user and applied jobs. Why? Because applied job is associated with job in has many form, and with job seeker with has many form. Okay, so here dot joins, and then let's make it here. Okay, and here what we need to do, that we need to first use job seeker. Okay, why job seeker? Because in the applied job model we use it belongs to job seeker class name user. Okay, so now what we can do, job dot applied dot jobs dot joins job seeker colon notification setting. Okay, and why notification setting? Because since we already using the notification setting model for sending out email to the users, I mean, if user has opted for the notification setting and if the particular option is true, then only we are sending. So we need to take this into account as well. Okay. And now we need to use this kind of where condition, so we can use it here. So just copy this, paste it here, and here from the form you can get the field name. Okay, sorry, from the notification setting, from form, and this is the title, like on status changed on applied job. Okay, so if this option is true, then only we need to send the email. Okay, so in the jobs controller you can do it like on status changed on applied job. Okay, and then we need to map it through the array list. Okay, and why we need to map it? Because we are not able to get the user objects here, we will only get the applied jobs. Okay, so here let's say map and then job seeker, ampersand job seeker. Okay, so this is how we can get the list of user. So for example, let's see that what we are doing, at the rate users equal to job dot applied jobs. Okay, that means first it will get all the applied jobs record for this job, and then it will perform the joins between job seeker and notification setting, where applied jobs must have the user and user must have the notification setting present, and where notification settings dot on status change on applied job must be true. Okay, and then we will fetch all the users here. Okay, now we need to do something like here that we did. So you can just copy this, so just copy this here, and we need to paste it here. Okay, and here what we will do, so if users present, if we have any such users, then we will iterate through user and then we will send the notification. Okay, and now what we can do, that we can go to the notification mailer, and in the notification mailer you can see when an applied job status changed. Okay, so we then need to go to the jobs controller, and here we need to change this method and then user and at the rate job. Okay, now we don't need the company attribute. Okay, so this mailer should be invoked. Okay, at that time. Okay, so now let me tell you that what we are exactly doing here. So if job dot update job params and job dot inactive for job seekers, that means that if the status is not active, then it is inactive for job seeker. Okay, make sure to save this. Okay, otherwise this will not get checked there. Okay, and you will fall into the errors. So if it is inactive for job seekers, then we need to fetch list of users where job dot applied jobs dot joins, we are performing joins here between job seeker and then job seeker with notification setting, and then where notification settings on status changed on applied job to true, and then we need to find map job seeker here. Okay, and then if user is present, I mean user list is present, then we were iterating through the user list and sending out this email. Now what we need to do, that we need to create a mailer template for this. So come to the notification mailer directly in the app views, create a new file and save this template at .html.erb. Okay, and let's just copy this, sorry, yeah, here, and paste it. Now hello user.name, so a job that you have applied on, so job.title by company name here is no longer available. Okay, so what does it mean? That hello at the rate user dot name, a job that you have applied on, like the job title here, by this company, okay, is no longer available. It is set, it is marked as closed, or it is set to inactive for public users. Okay, so now you can see a job that you have applied on job dot title by this company is no longer available, and it is set to be inactive for public users. Okay, so we don't need this link. Why? Because since it is inactive, so and we are not showing inactive jobs to the user, so we don't need to add the link there. Okay. Now the jobs will be visible. This job is not visible to the job seeker. Only company users can see that. Okay. So this is the mailer template that we can do for now. If you need, you can add further details here, like what are the reason for that or what is current state now. But we can simply set that it is set to be inactive for public users. Okay, so that is fine. Now we need to check this mailer whether this is working or not. Okay, but first let's check all the things. So here you can see it is inactive for job seekers when status is not equal to active, and this is the mailer template for us. And in the jobs controller, what we did, that if job dot inactive for job seekers, then we perform this query. So this is a complex query, a bit complex query than whatever we worked so far. So here first we fetching all the associated applied jobs records for the job, and then we performing the join on applied jobs with job seeker, and job seeker has also joined with the notifying setting, and then we are checking the notifying setting where on status change on applied job is true. Okay, so that is what we need to do. Now let's try to close a job from the browser, whether we will receive the email or not. Okay, so let's make this job inactive now. Okay, or let's make it closed now. Okay, so we close this. Now make some space into the terminal, and then post the job. Click on the post job. When you post it, you will see that we received an email that, hello Steven Porus, a job that you have applied on, like this is the title, senior Ruby on Rails developer required by this company, is no longer available. It is set to be inactive for public users. Okay, that means now user can see the jobs, and now user cannot see the jobs, but they can receive the notification whenever the company take action on such jobs. Okay, so here you can see when you click on that, it is said to be inactive now. Okay, so now, if you go to the incognito mode, okay, and if you refresh this page, you will still see that this job is visible as the applied job here. Okay, so there could be two possibilities. Either you can display this job as into the user details, but since user cannot perform any action on it, so we can hide this view job button, and we can set a tag that this job is inactive now. Okay, so let's do that. So what we can do, that when you go to the notification settings sorry, user saved jobs controller. Okay, here applied jobs. Okay, so in the view where it is, yeah, manage saved jobs. Okay, so then you need to check here that if applied applied job is active. If it is job dot active, sorry, then only we will display this link. Otherwise we need to display some dummy link there. Let's say else. Instead what we can do here, it's a inactive job, and then do nothing here. So JavaScript void 0. Okay, so save this and refresh this page. Okay, so you can see that user cannot perform any kind of action on it, so it is visible as inactive. Even if you can change this button, like let's say btn secondary, save this, and if you refresh the page, you will see it as inactive jobs. Okay, so what we achieve here, that we changed the status of an applied job and make it inactive or closed. Okay, and then we send the email. Okay, so that is the part that we worked here. So most of the our mailer part has been done. Okay, now one thing that I'm telling you to do as assignment, which is that in the note sorry, in the applied jobs controller, you can see that when we created an applied job or when we applied for a job, we are not sending any email. Okay, so as an assignment, you need to do this, that here you need to send two emails, one to the employer and one to the user who has applied on this job, that you applied on this job and you will be further notified, or you can see the progress on this job and so on. You can add the job detail page URL into the mailer. Okay, so this is what you need to work on. So that's all for that now. And the complex thing is that you need to understand that this query, okay, must understand this and try to understand. If you have any difficulties or if you are not getting this query, that like why I did that, so you can ping me in the comment and I will be able to, I will definitely answer you there. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. So here we send the email notification to the users when a job on which he has already applied has changed its status or it's said to be inactive. Okay, so that's all for this lecture and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care and stay safe.